Before we get into this next episode of the Work Area Podcast, just need to give a shout out to all the sponsors that help me do this podcast and help me race every week. KRM Hot Shots, the crew that never stops so you don't have to. We specialise in express delivery of parts and products to the mining sector anywhere in Australia. Fast, reliable and on the road 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. When it needs to be there now, call KRM Hot Shots. Bunbury Toyota, family owned and operated since 1973. They've got new and used vehicles plus service and parts all in the one spot. Go and see the team at Bunbury Toyota for your next car, just like I did when I bought the Hilux. I saw John, had the car in a few weeks. Easy, easy, easy. Jolly Good Auto Electrics. If you need anything auto electrical, in-car, audio or entertainment, this is your one-stop shop. Go and see Trevor and the boys at 141B Grayson Highway in Bellevue. If you need a new stereo, Apple CarPlay or even a two-way, they'll sort you out. QV. These guys are the leaders in premium automotive electrical gear. Whether it's mining, off-road, 4x4, transport or marine, performance and quality is what they do. Check out the full range online at qv.com.au. That's qvee.com.au. Platinum Tiger Insurance. Specialise in insurance brokerage, claims management and risk service, and they tailor everything to suit you. Dylan Panizza is with Platinum Tiger, and I honestly can't recommend him enough. He's my insurance broker, answers the call, goes above and beyond, and he's the best in the game. Find him online, Platinum Tiger Insurance, or come see me in the pits and I'll put you in touch with him. TPE Group, first sponsor to ever jump on board the podcast. Obviously wouldn't be here without him. Gives us the office, lets me come and go as I please. Ripper team. All Talk Engineering. Jared and the crew at All Talk are your one-stop shop for anything engine related. Have a look around the pits. You'll see his sticker on heaps of cars. He helps a lot of people get out there on the track, so support him if you can. If you want to win, go see Jared and the team and get the All Talk edge. Just remember, all these guys actually help heaps of people out as well, not just me. So remember, support those who support the sport. Let's get into it. All right, welcome back to another episode of the Work Area Podcast. This week's going to be the Barbagallo Nationals review. As you can see in studio, we've got Brodie Davis, pilot of the Q16. What's the actual team name, Brodie? There's nothing anywhere, is it?
Billman Performance,
Yep.
Part of QSS, Queensland Speedway Spares, Billman Performance, and
QSS Performance Wholesale as well, is it?
Yeah, Performance Wholesale Australia as well.
Yep.
So that's just, over in Brisbane, Bill's obviously baby, it's the business, so he's built it into quite a bit of an empire.
Mate, this is the Platinum Tiger Insurance chat. I need another segment name for this, but essentially it's just where we talk shit for the first sort of 5 minutes, so we settle in and get comfy. But I guess, mate, just a little bit of your background. Obviously, third generation racer. Like, you've been around Speedway your whole life.
Yeah, pretty well. It's both my both grandparents on mum's side and dad's side both raced, and both my dad and my mum raced, so I didn't have much chance of not getting in a race car at some point in my life.
Mate, that's I don't know if that's like that for me, but I think now, like, at least I know my kids are probably going to race, so I can start saving. Like,
yeah, I think I'll probably be the same.
What about the family? What did they race? What was
all sprint cars? So it's granddad actually raced against my dad in the sprint cars, but mum, dad, I think they sort of being all up from Cairns, they knew each other through the racing sort of side of things, but raced against each other and whatnot. All my uncles raced. My auntie raced Formula 500s. Uncle Darren Molyneux.
Right.
He's married to my auntie, so it's in the blood, I guess.
Bloody hell. Plenty going on.
Yeah.
Mate, was it always going to be Speedway for you? Not like no rugby or like footy or anything? It was always Speedway for you?
Yeah. I sort of, when I was 6 years old, my granddad bought me a go-kart, and so that's sort of where it started. I play AFL, but to be honest, I got into the AFL side of things to keep fit for racing sort of thing and all of that. But it's sort of, just got into go-karts back when I was young but it sort of knew pretty early on that I was going to be getting into the Speedway side of things, just because it's, been where my family's been the whole time.
What's your footy position? Where do you play?
Centre half back, full back.
Key position.
Yeah.
Who you play for?
So I go to uni, play for a club called the UQ Lions.
Yep.
So it's just just footy club. I'm nothing special, Div 4 or something, but it's it's a good bit of fun. Obviously, a whole different side to different type of team sport and everything, and I love it really. It's I always used to look like a bit of a Gumby out there. I think probably still do, but I've learned to kick a ball a bit better these days.
You said karting, mate. Is that dirt karts, Bitumen carts. What sort of is your pedigree?
Yeah, so I started out bitumen carts when I was 6 years old, and probably carried that through to about I think I was about 15 when I stopped. But yeah, I was sort of lucky, or I got to grow up in the age where sort of I was racing against Jack Doohan and Brock Feeney and Declan Fraser and all those guys, and
Jesus.
it was tough, but it's definitely a cool thing to look back on, to have the opportunity to have raced against those guys. But it's probably didn't get the best of results, because each weekend you rolled up to a Queensland title or something, you got those guys to go against. It was always tough.
Mate, just to you jumped into the sprint cars. Was it a family deal first? Like how did that sort of come about?
Yeah, so from go-karts, so I raced junior Formula 500s, then jumped into senior Formula 500s, and then probably about 3-4 years back, jumped into a LS 360 sprint car up north in Cairns. And yeah, sort of was kicking around in those with a guy that sort of we knew through dad, family friend Lee Holman gave me an opportunity to drive that, and we sort of had a good bit of fun, good results and everything, and sort of went down south one year and got a couple of podiums with an LS against a 410, which was cool. And then eventually I was working it. I've been down in Brisbane for about 5 years, moved down for uni from about 2020 onwards, and I've been working at Performance Wholesale, and Bill sort of gave me opportunity to have a go in the 410 at a Sydney run, and it sort of went on from there really.
Well, so you actually work at QSS as well, or Performance?
Yeah, I work at Performance Wholesale. So up and just taking phone calls and sales and everything. It was got thrown a little bit in the deep end, because I was sort of moved down and knew a lot about Speedway, didn't know a terrible amount about sort of motors and what went on inside of it, and then sort of just come to learn it a little bit through sort of just speaking to the guys. And it's sort of what I do, just answer phone calls and selling engine parts, I guess.
When you got offered the drive in the car, did you shit yourself, or you like stoked to get it and let's go?
I guess it's all the emotions really. You're stoked to get it and let's go, and just try your best to make sure you can do the best of yourself. It was also at a meeting down in Sydney. I'd never raced at Sydney. I'd seen it was a big track where it was fast track, and it was sort of obviously is a little bit of excitement, and then you're like, it's a bit daunting and everything, but it's it's you get all the emotions that you always get at the track before you're going out there before a race, really.
What if you had to tell someone new to sport like how good you are? What's your sort of career highlight? If you could only show someone one race, which race would you show them?
Probably. I'd say my first win in the 410 ranks. I think it was our 6th meeting of the year, but it was Queensland Summer Speed Week that we have up there. Obviously, a lot of the sort of bigger teams like Lockie and stuff were away, but we just had a good night, qualified well, and they run an invert of 8 on the feature, and we're coming from
in the
8.
feature.
Yeah, it's a weird format they do. It's the heats. I guess it's sort of to try and bring that aspect of entertainment into it. But it was you run a dash, and then they draw a marble for whether it's going to be either. I think the invert was like 4, 8, or 12, and the bloke that won I didn't win the dash, but somebody won the dash, drew 8. So you flip the cars, you going from 8th or whatever. But it was just a really cool sort of outbreak night where you sort of, I think we were running 7th, and then we had a caution and got ripping and sort of passed. Went from 6th or something to 1st within like 5 laps, and then sort of was real confident and took it from there. But just I think being as early as it was into the sort of, 410 career was probably what stands out to me, I think. And so if I was to say something, probably that I'd say.
And that's at Toowoomba.
That was at Toowoomba, yeah.
Do you have a home track? Like obviously you said you're from Brisbane. What would you consider your home track?
Probably Toowoomba, obviously now. Back in the day when I was racing Formers, living in Cairns, obviously you living in Cairns, it's Cairns, but it's a bit different now. We haven't got Archerfield where that's your home city track, but Toowoomba is where we're racing at most regularly, so yeah.
Any whispers about anything coming back at Brisbane, or is that just sort of gone?
Yeah, I think there's bits and pieces of it. Obviously, there was stuff that was going on. I don't know. Wade was sort of mentioning a bit about with all the Moreton Bay track
Yep.
and everything. I think it seems that there's a lot of positivity around that sort of
Is that the
movement. At the moment.
Corbett's?
Yeah, Corbett. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Aussie Corbett. And yeah, he's doing a great amount to try and get that ball rolling. And I think I think when they had their speed week down south, there was talks of the plans that have actually come out for the track of like an imagery and everything. So yeah, that's cool to see. It'd be awesome to see another track get up and going. Obviously, it's important. Anywhere you need a track everywhere, and as many as you can. You want to see them opening up, not closing down. So yeah, no, it's exciting stuff. Hopefully,
Mate, you have had some highlights. Just to go back through, obviously the win is probably the one that's going to stick in your head, but like 8th at the Aussie title at Murray Bridge, 6th on the final nights at Chariot, like, and you know how difficult that night was. Like, you've had a lot of good results. Like, what do you, other than that, like, what's something you're proud of in terms of an achievement that not everyone will sort of know about? You know what I mean? Like 8th at a title's huge.
yeah.
Like, is there something else you're really proud of that's probably gone under the radar?
Yeah. Obviously, I think I touched on it, but podiums when I was running. So I was running an LS motor against the 410s. We ran Lismore one night and podium to Luke Oldfield and Jock Goodyear. They were first and second. We were third at Lismore.
All right.
So yeah, that was a cool achievement, and that was at the Little Aussie Open. And then I think again with the LSs, there was a night at Maryborough where racing against Jai Corbett. We were able to sort of ran second to him, and he even led a little bit when he got caught up in traffic. Got past him, then he shot back around me. But yeah, there's a couple of cool highlights that go under the radar on the LS stuff. It's hard sort of thing. You look back. I think 8th at the Aussie title. Before I said the win was actually thinking back, probably a really cool achievement. That was my obviously first year in the car. I'd never been to Murray Bridge before.
It looks tricky too.
Yeah, it is. It's a cool joint. I really loved it there once I sort of got knack of it. But yeah, it was sort of, he gave us 4 hot laps and you come off the classic, which was obviously you got to be knuckled down, getting your stuff sorted there. But yeah, come off hot laps. Felt pretty good there and had to nail it for 2 laps in qualifying. I did pretty good there. And then heat races, we were thereabouts. And I think feature we started 14th or something. And then there's a bit of a war of attrition. There was a couple of guys that sort of, a couple of crashes that we were able to avoid and everything. But
for me, I'm going to speak about it on the weekend, mate. That's a skill in itself.
Yeah,
It literally is.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's and that's the thing with sprint car racing. There's because you got, as much as it's a sprint race, you got a whole, like you saw the race on the weekend went for an hour. Like it's sometimes you got to read the track of what the racing is going to be that you're putting up with and think about sort of, how am I going to have to stay out of the crappier sort of thing.
But obviously, you guys take your racing seriously and doing that. What's your short term goal? Like, what do you want to tick off in the near future personally in your career?
Personally, I'm sort of wanting to obviously just aim for probably getting a result where it's sort of where like a bigger how do I say it? I can't even think about it now, but a bigger stage result where it's against you guys like Jock and Lockie and James and everything. Something like that would be really cool. Obviously, we've had a couple of wins where at the Summer Speed Week where it's like the main guys aren't there, but it's something like that where you're achieving against the best of the best. That's what I'm aiming for, and just consistency as well. At the end of the day is another thing.
Is it tough? Like, I know you won that race at Toowoomba, but I feel like given the fields that you race against week in, week out, like obviously you've just come from the Classic, the title, now you're here, you could drive better than that and be 9th. Like, how tough is it to... 100%. You could absolutely be ripping and probably drive like the best race you like of your life. Against this field, you could be 9th. Yeah. Like, it's tough. Like, is it hard not to get down on yourself when you haven't podiumed, even though you've driven pretty decently?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, it's you can tell, you're always able to tell out there when you've had a good race, your car, it's all cohesive and it's all speaking to you, and you know that you're feeling good here and you think you should go forward. And then when it doesn't happen, well, then it's just like, yeah, what did happen? But at the end of the day, you also got to accept that these guys that you're racing against, they're seasoned professionals, and it's not an excuse. You want to, at the end of the day, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. But it's not easy. But yeah, you always got to be tough on yourself at the same time, because you want to get better, sort of thing. So yeah, I always try to look at myself, no matter how the race went, whether it was good or bad. You're sort of looking like, what could have I done better? Or you're looking at a race like, oh, I should have slid him there, or that lap traffic shouldn't have taken me another corner to pass, sort of thing. It's all stuff where no matter how good you go, you can still go better. There's never a perfect race, no matter how good you go.
I love the saying, yeah, everything's my fault. Like, I feel like it's the easiest way to learn. If no one like slid me and put me into the wall, you've put yourself in that position earlier in the race. Like, it might be, I didn't qualify good enough, that's why I'm back here. I feel like if you can say everything's my fault, then you understand why you're put in that position. Then you can understand how you can stay out of that moving forward.
100%. And I was lucky. My dad sort of always taught me pretty early onwards, where I'd come in and someone crashed you or whatever, and you just going up him, and he said, well, why were you racing him in the first place? Why are you back there racing for fifth and not racing for the win? Like, it's always something where, and there are the blatant ones where it's just like, that was silly. But at the same time, it's exactly right. Like, you just got to take a look at yourself and think, well, what could have I done different to not let that happen in the first place?
Last Wednesday night's your first night at the Motorplex. You've obviously had 2 nights here racing as well. Like, what's your sort of thoughts on the Motorplex? You obviously would have heard about it and stuff. Like, Toowoomba, I feel like Toowoomba's the other like premier track here in terms of their events. Like, I feel like the Classic just has the Classic, but Toowoomba has heaps of events like Pink Night and all these other little things that I always notice. How did the Motorplex stack up to sort of your expectations?
Yeah, it's obviously the precinct. You hear anyone say it, it's the best in Australia by a landmark. It's just super fortunate to come over here. But yeah, it's just amazing to see. Obviously bitumen and the pits and everything, and the track and the complex is really cool. And yeah, we're spoilt over there at Toowoomba. It's like they do a great job putting on a show, but it's just over here, it's a bit of a different vibe. And even with the people coming in the pits and everything, it's just like you're there, you're just about to get in your car, and there's someone coming over to say good day. Yep, it's just a really cool vibe. And track's awesome. It's nothing like it down the East Coast, apart from Tolma maybe, and that sort of I guess brings a whole different aspect of racing and how you got to attack the corners and everything as well. It's sort of like speaking to Dane before I sort of come over here, he sort of said it's almost like over on the East Coast, everything, even though you're going slower, everything happens a lot quicker, so you're attacking the corners and everything a bit differently, whereas over in Perth, from sort of what I'm trying to get the hang of, is it's all sort of not slows down. You just got to slow your hands down a little bit, and everything's going to be a lot more precise, just because if you don't get it right, it doesn't cost you a half second, or a missed slider doesn't cost you a half second, it costs you a second and a half, and you go from racing this bloke to the 3 blokes behind you, sort of thing. So there's a lot of I guess difference in terms of strategy that goes into it. So getting the hang of it, it's beaten me up a little bit lately, but for these first 2 nights, but I've learned a lot, and the team's learned a lot. Me and Adam have sort of figured out a bit, and definitely looking forward to getting some better results in these next 3 nights. With
that, Adam is obviously your crew chief. He's been on there the whole time. What's the other crew guy? Well, I had a chat to him in the infield.
Chad.
Forgot his name. Yeah. So it's just the 2 crew guys, just Adam and Chad.
Yeah, that's obviously it's hard coming over here to get guys and everything. But no, I got my granddad and Kevy, the truck driver. Like they drove the truck over, but they still dip in and out. Mum's here as well. She helps where she can, making food and everything. But they do a great job. Obviously, Adam works relentless amount, sort of getting the car ready and everything. And we've been there today, sort of servicing and everything. And Chad is awesome. He's a good mate of mine, good family friend and everything. And we all get it done. It's I haven't had any issues of not having enough sort of manpower and everything. But the guys definitely do a great job.
Talk to me about Adam. I hadn't sort of heard of him too much until we got to Darwin for Chariots this year, and then speaking with some teams here, he's quite well respected, like around the other teams. Like I always try and highlight the crew chiefs in what I do here, because I just don't think the general fan up on the hill understand how pivotal they are in terms of results on the track. Like, how's your relationship with Adam? Like, how do you sort of view him with his work on the car?
Yeah, no, it's great. It's we're both sort of studying mechanical engineering, so we both go to uni, and so a lot of it can draw a lot of, I guess, similarities in language and speaking and everything. And it's it's obviously it was tricky, like just coming from me working with my dad, and then obviously going to work with a crew chief like Adam. You sort of got to make sure communication is key and making sure you always know what you're talking about. And we're starting to really get that, I guess, figured out a bit. But yeah, he puts in a relentless amount of effort. Always, I was spent in the shed second to none sort of thing. So yeah, it's cool to sort of have someone like that puts that amount of effort in. And we're figuring out sort of slowly starting to figure it out with getting me comfy and him understanding what I'm asking for. And it's good. It's I definitely would say it's, in terms of the meticulous detail, he definitely, that's probably, I guess, for a lot of respect sort of comes with it. It's just someone who can put in so much effort into the racing. It's definitely helps a lot when you're trying to look for confidence in the car out on track.
I've asked 2 crew chiefs of high level teams, what's the nicest car in the pits? Honest to God, without hesitation, the Q16. Like, immediately, the Q16.
Yeah.
Like, it's a nice car. So then I've gone and had a looked at the engine, like, yeah, lovely bit of equipment.
Yeah. No, we're really lucky to have, obviously, the support. Like, Adam does a great job, but we're lucky to have support of Bill, who is just so passionate about racing and sprint car racing as such, and he puts a lot into the sport otherwise, aside from his own racing, in terms of support and everything. And all the guys that go on behind the scene, Jamie and Phil back at home, back in the shed, they sort of do a lot of work behind the scenes to give such a beautiful piece. And I've got no complaints about the gear that's under me in terms of quality. You're not wrong that it's a beautiful bit of gear.
Mechanical engineer, then that's awesome that you're sort of going into that sort of realm. What is your vision with that? Is it to do with racing, or what are your visions with that degree?
Yeah, I sort of started out. I think I started out in electrical or something, just because I didn't want it to be. I was like, do I really want to? I don't know. It's sort of, I started out electrical thinking I'd go for something different to try and get away from the racing side, but it just didn't like it. It was like, mechanicals, something to do with like bits, right? Like something where I can relate back to racing is where I want to be. So yeah, I'm mechanical in aerospace, so it's cool to, like, a lot of the stuff we do with in terms of like your aerofoils and stuff like that. You can make relations to like the wings we have. Like shockies you can draw with like stuff we're doing with springs and frequencies and fluid flow. Like there is a lot of, obviously it's a whole different world, but there
some sort of crossover though.
Yeah, there's a little bit there that's sort of like, say you're trying to understand why you're making an adjustment here or speaking to them. It's like, that's, I guess I can make understanding from that because of what I've done, what I've learned about it, and you can understand it again. And even my thesis, I'm doing it with a bit about like the engine, the inlet intake valve of an engine, like the flow of all that. So that's really cool. And just trying to relate as much of my life as I can around racing at the moment.
But how far, without like particulars, have you learnt a lot over the weekend in terms of your car? Like, will your car be much different Wednesday night than what it was for Friday and Saturday?
Yeah, a little bit. We've I think we've changed a fair bit from Wednesday through to Saturday, and just a bit of what I need to change as well in terms of just the racecraft and everything as well. But we've changed a bit with the car and gone to a different wing and stuff, and all stuff we're just trying to get comfort really, and making sure that you're you're confident out there and everything. And I just need to change a bit with what I'm doing to make sure I'm getting the best out of the car as well. So there's always a little bits and pieces you're changing non-stop over the weekend, whether it be Toowoomba, Premier, or over here. So that's the whole aspect, I guess, of speedway racing, chasing the track because it is dirt. You're sort of dealing with it changes so much from being juiced up to slick sort of thing.
What's your? We'll get into the weekend itself now. What's your biggest takeaway there? Like, is it the track's fast, slow? They run this line. Like, what's your biggest takeaway from the weekend?
Probably, I wasn't sure whether the speed would be something I'd notice as much, and I don't think speed's definitely not. It's not like you feel ridiculously fast, everything's out of control sort of thing. I think it's more so all the stuff that comes with the speed, if that makes sense. Like with how the wing works and like how much it sort of pulls you in, and you don't have to stay over at home. You got to really help the car into the corner because you haven't got that aero. Whereas I was lucky, sort of James Fadden sort of explained to me a little bit with like as soon as you're going down the straight, as soon as you start showing that wing, it's pulling you toward the corner sort of thing. So you got to be making sure you're not you're not helping it too much because then you spend the whole corner chasing yourself. So yeah, it's probably that, and then also the sliders. If you get that wrong, you pay for it sort of thing. So there's a lot of things that as I said, we've learnt, and I've spent the last couple of days between working on the car, looking at the video, trying to should have done that there, and it's just all stuff you got to make sure you're absorbing to be better next time, I guess.
When you watch stuff back, are you just looking at what the leader does because they may be the fastest, or is there particular drivers that you watch to see what they're doing?
Yeah, obviously you're looking at the guys that are fast on the night, what they're doing to get their car to react the way they want it to, and how they're approaching the corner, and then comparing, okay, what am I doing that's not that good sort of thing, and what do I need to do to improve myself? And that probably comes back to also, anywhere, whether it's a track you've been to 100 times or never been to before, as I said before, you never had the perfect race. So you got to look at the part of getting better is looking at what could have I improved at any point. So I guess probably, but to answer your question, looking at the leaders because they clearly doing something right. And
Kerry was fucking good on the weekend.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that's definitely watching him. But it's impressive to see those guys just have commitment and such confidence in everything to attack the corner the way it is. And he definitely looked pretty set anywhere he went over the weekend, I think.
Yeah, that's the fastest I've seen Kerry in a long time. Like he has been decent, but like he's never set the pace.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he was setting the pace on the weekend, and he was really good. I guess where did you watch the feature from?
We're up in Adam Chad and I think we were watching turn 4.
Yeah.
So turn 3 and 4, just watching from there sort of thing. Yeah.
Did you feel like it took ages? I didn't really.
Yeah, I think
it did take a while, but like I seen some of the feedback. I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, I guess the entertainment aspect, when you're there, you're feeling the emotion because you're there, sort of thing. It's might be a bit hard on a screen watching on pay-per-view, but I think we definitely noticed it was a little bit longer with the fuel stops, and then guys are still starting to. There's a lot happened. It was. I mean, it's a cool entertainment aspect to watch, just with all everything that happened. But it probably was one of the longer races.
Polar opposites, I guess. Like, and it's not really my thing, but Toby Balboa and Sprint Car Hub, everyone's whinging that there's no work area at the Classic. Now they're saying this work area is bullshit. Races take too long. Like, and it is an anomaly. Like, that's the first race that's been like that for a long time. Like, it's never like that. It's an anomaly, and I feel like the crowd and the spectators here at the Motorplex are treated to the best racing week in, week out. So when one's not amazing, it's shit. Yeah. And I'm like, some races like, I feel like Avalon's like a somewhat of a boring track. Like, but they are treated here to good racing, and they whinge about everything. So yeah.
Can never make anyone too happy.
No, they can't. The work area though, like, you have any thoughts on it? Like,
I think it's definitely a good idea. Yeah, for sure. It's doesn't sort of, obviously until you're the bloke that get benefits, it's you have different. But I think it's a great idea. Obviously, at the end of the day, you want to see as many cars in the race as possible. It's obviously it's easy to on the week when you have a weekend track race like that where it got a bit treacherous and everything, and there's cars being torn up. But at the same time, I guess you just got to look if there's different approaches, or whether you to take the time down that you give people or whatever. But at the same time, it adds an aspect of entertainment 2 sprint car racing, which is an important bit of part of it all.
It is an event, I guess. Mate, one thing, you spoke about him. Before we go through the results, I feel like J-Mac's year last year, highlighted by the Classic and the title, it seemed like this massive run, and he did win heaps. But there's a view that this year hasn't been as good. But President's Cup, to go back to that first, DNF at King's Challenge, I think he was in front of Dane and he just caught a lapper, so like he was well inside the top 10 then. Won the Classic qualifying night, 10th with damage at the Classic on the final night, but obviously we all know that he was running for top 4 and started off pole, so that could have been anything. 4th at Aussie title night 1, 2nd night 2, and then first on the weekend.
Yeah, I don't know if you can really say that's a bit of a lull.
Nah, it's such a, and it seems like he's been not as good as last year, but like just think about what sort of year you must have had for that to be worse than last year.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah, it'd suck to get to that point, wouldn't it?
It'd be nice, mate. But I feel like
he's done. It's bloody awesome. Yeah, I've always looked up to James. He's a real just hard racer at the same time. You look at him, good bloke, and to see what he did over in the US is pretty cool. And I wouldn't say call that a bad year at all. I think at the end of the day, if you're getting criticism over finishing still a lot of first place finishes and still a second in the Aussie title, because when you was that close to winning, you're still doing a lot of right.
Did you get to watch any of the other divisions over the weekend, or you just concentrating on what you were doing?
I watched a bit of the sort of other sprint car. What's going on? Obviously, I'm from Formers. Try to watch a bit of that as well. It's it's interesting to see that good racing sort of seems to be put on a fair few of the divisions, sort of thing. There's a lot going on with the big fields, obviously.
Mate, I just want to touch on a fella that is a mate of mine. He comes on here a little bit. He's a ripper, Cody Nash. He was in the white and blue limited. Yeah, blitzed him on the weekend. Just jumped out of the speed cars. His first year in the sprint cars, races 360s and limiteds, and Lee, his old boy, is holding him back from a 410. I think he's ready to go, mate. Like him and his brother Bailey was running second, and Bailey heard an engine, and it felt like Bailey was coming for him. But out of the weekend, besides the 410s, like I know Cody Turracchio, he won in the formulas and stuff like that. We'll talk about that, but for me, I just think the 2 Nash boys were really impressive. And I know you're probably not going to know all these names and stuff, which is fine, but yeah, those boys, phenomenal. Like Cody was gone. Like, he was seriously competitive in that limited, and I think Lee just needs to take the collar off and let him loose, mate. Put a 410 in there, Lee, and let Cody get to work. Maybe give Bailey that limited engine and put Cody in the 410. But they run a wicked program too. Like both those cars could bolt at 410 and they be competitive, mate. Did you see that limited race at all?
I think I was the next race out after that. Yeah, but it's definitely at the same time any sprint car around there. It's not easy to run. It's it's always a tough one to know. I guess for a lot of guys, but when they're making the jump from sort of something like that to a 410, it's sometimes more time in a class where a bit less power to get that much more comfortable can be good. So yeah, I'm sure he's got his stuff sorted by then.
Oh
anyway.
Yeah, he's sorted. Mate, I guess we'll go through your Friday night 20th. Like how did that feature race pan out for you? Like what could you have done better? Like
just needed it wasn't the best for me at all. I think we're obviously with points racing, getting qualifying right is really important. Being inside that top 4 invert helps your night, and I think both nights we've qualified 6, just been that little bit off. So that's a bit trying to prove probably for these next few nights is qualifying right to get us in the mix more, to take us from being at the front of a B to in a dash or one of the dashes sort of thing to put you in the night. But yeah, that aim aimed probably just sort of struggled with a fuel load pretty early on. Just felt like we were getting over on the right a fair bit and sort of running the top. And then I think at one point the leaders come around and lap me, and then didn't sort of went at the bottom to try to stay out of the way a bit, and then got rolling a bit at the end there with the As the fuel burnt off, and learned a bit more on those few laps. But yeah, probably wish, if anything, we're a bit better, so we were out further and you're not getting in the way of anyone, sort of thing. Because the last thing I want to do is get in the way of a leader coming around. But yeah, that's what we're focusing on a little bit, is just getting that qualifying pace, and trying to set up probably the whole night. Really,
I feel like here at the Motorplex, there's like you can get lapped easy here, and it makes you think that you're being bad because you say the word getting lapped. They run 28 cars in a feature. If it goes single file, J-Max at the start finish line, 24th is literally halfway down the back straight.
Throttle down.
No, I'm not. When they run 28, it's even. When the person at the back of the field is halfway, like if there was a start finish line on the other side, that's where it is.
Yeah.
So J-Max is out there and he's ripping.
Yeah.
By the time the last place two gets to get into it, J-Max coming out of two.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so you feel like you're getting lapped, but J-Max probably 100 metres behind you when you start going. Like, so that's why they get people, and here it looks like, oh, he got lapped. But when you watch those replays, mate, they are so close to the leaders lap one.
Yeah.
Like the leaders to the rear of the field, so close.
And that's the thing as well with aero as well, and that's what the good, like these guys that are winning, like they're doing such a good job of, is keeping the aero, because once you get into the same pace as a car and you're stuck behind them, you almost can't get out of it because you just lost all your aero and all the stuff that's generating that speed. And that's the whole art to it, I guess, as well. Always keeping that wing on your wing, no matter whether you're passing lappers and stuff as well. And then, so yeah, they definitely do. It's impressive to watch when they when we've been watching from the East Coast as they come through, and with all the stuff that's happening and how fast they're getting the lappers and everything.
J-Mac, I feel like the two most impressive people I've seen with it is J-Mac, and then I've watched Kyle Larson now for 6 nights. They are never following. They might be behind, they're half a car lower, like just to try and keep it on the wing. And sometimes you're like, what's Kyle doing? Like all he's doing is searching and staying out of the air. And I feel like Dane is learning that. Like Dane runs different lines. At a normal show here, Dane runs different lines in traffic than anyone else, like half sliders, moves himself up to the fence, like he's always searching. Is it more prominent here just with the speed that they carry about having to stay out of dirty hair, or is that something that you've always had to learn?
Yeah, I think it becomes more prominent over here just with obviously the speeds, but it's the same. I think it's still the same over on the East Coast. You need to, say, run somewhere else, because as soon as you get to that point where you're too close, well, then you're affected by aero, and then that's when you get. It's the same thing anywhere, just because of that full aero effect sort of thing. And yeah, I think over on the East Coast, you're a bit more. The bottom groove can come in a bit faster compared to what we've had here, and it's sort of like a bit different. You can get the two lines racing, and some nights you get to the point where you just got to realize if you get that opportunity, you just got to throw it and make it happen, sort of thing. So. But yeah, with how the high speeds and how much the wing has an effect and the penalty you pay if you get it wrong, it's definitely becomes more prominent over here.
Mate, I've got to go through some results, and I understand that you're racing and you're probably busy, so you don't know. So I'll just go through 360s. Who was it? Pigden, Cody Nash, and I'm not sure who on the other night, but we won't worry about that. Saturday night, the Formula 500s. Fella Cody Turracchio, you would have seen white, pink.
Yeah, no, Cody from Formulas, yeah.
Yep, so obviously that's 30 podiums in a row, 9 features in a row winning. Yeah. It sort of makes me lose interest in the division. Like it's just like automatic.
Yeah.
And I've seen the numbers are a little bit down. I'm not sure. Like obviously his package is as good as you can get, and he's driving good. What do you think about 9 in a row, 30? It's just like,
yeah, it's definitely. It's not. Yeah, it's probably easy to have that opinion, but that's not easy to do. Come in night in, night out, and like get those results and get your heat races right. Because obviously, I think from what I can tell over here in a Formula, it's pretty important to be starting up front.
I think they have 18 car heat races.
Yeah, I've watched a couple, and there's stuff going everywhere. Yeah. It's cool, and like that's, and to not even have a night where you. Whether it's like getting the drama and getting DNFing or something, it's not easy. And I know there's Steve and Element as well that he's going up against. He's not a slouch either. So
No, he's a goat.
It's impressive, and yeah, I guess you never want to see someone be, it's you can have different opinions of someone being so dominant, but at the same time, it's something like, well, you got to take your hat off because it's not easy to
Beat
do.
him.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is. Hey, if you whinge and beat him.
Yeah,
but yeah,
exactly.
for me, it's like obviously trying to watch it, and I keep an eye on it. I know obviously. A sponsor of mine, All Talk Engineering. Get the edge. He's got some merch coming out as well. They look pretty sick. But yeah, he helps out Stephen Ellerman and that. So I keep an eye on Stephen. I know Stephen's heading over east and he's actually looking for a few sponsors. So if anyone wants to jump on board with Stephen Ellerman for his Aussie titles, so hit him up. But yeah, so Cody, 9 in a row, 30 podiums in a row. Stephen Ellerman, I'm assuming, probably had this run as well at some stage. Like I know Stephen's won more feature races at the Motorplex than anyone else. So he's probably brained him and had his fair shares. I don't know how many times he's come second to Cody this year, but probably too much for his liking.
Yeah.
And another young fella, Reese Cumming, WA1. So he won a heat race. He was running up top. So he moved forward and put a move on Brendan Marshman and got himself into the podium. For me, pretty uneventful. Try watch that formulas, but once Cody's off the front row, pretty much you know what's going to be happening. So
yeah, it's unfortunate with the formulas. Probably over here, it's not the epitome of what the class like these tracks. It's
not built for it, eh?
Not really built for it. Like as I said, I come from form of 500s. That's what I raced sort of before I got into LS sprint cars and 410s, and then it's even a lot of the tracks down the East Coast are too big. They're really just built for like you just about 200 meter, 300 meter tracks where it's a bull ring because that's when you sort of start to get the, I guess, ratio of what tracks suit a sprint car. You bring the ratio down to a track that sort of suits Formula.
What's the best track in Australia for them?
Probably Lang when they get it right, Lake Liddell, which is a real bull ring, or Simpson. Simpson's a real, it's just a speed bowl, which is, real cool to watch them on because you get a real cool, it's got a big open corner one side and a sharp corner on the other side. You get rolling and then you try pull it up and get it rotated in the next one. It's good fun to race that.
Where's the title at this year, do you know? Is it Murray Bridge? No, it's Gambia.
Mount Gambia borderline.
I seen the sign as soon as I said that. I can remember it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think there's Aero 6-4, the sponsors have put on it's like 10 grand to win for a Formula show, which is pretty impressive. Oh, no, more actually, 14 or something. It's like
right.
It's if you're into Formulas, it's pretty cool to see.
Right, the limiteds is what I'm talking about. Cody Nash, obviously, was absolutely flying. He obviously Eastside Concrete. His major sponsor, mate, they've just got like a beautiful package together. That thing's custom made, ready to go for a 410, and hopefully that's sooner rather than later. Lee might flip me a message, tell me to shut my mouth, but bolt one in. Joel Ettridge, ripper fella, the buoyant up bullet we call him. Second. Craig Botchell moved forward. Tristan Cayley, bit of a sleeper, that Tristan Cayley. He drives really good. He's always there or thereabouts. Glenn Dickinson, Dominic Raffici, Jason Curtis. So I think actually, Cody must have lapped up to that Curtis, I reckon. So Cody lapped up to 7th, but he was flying. And then, obviously Bailey was flying as well, but unfortunately hurt an engine. So if anyone wants to help the young man out, give him an engine or help out Bailey, I think if he gets a decent engine, he'll be giving Cody everything that he needs. They're two little iRacing boys.
Yeah, right.
They just love iRacing.
They do much before that or come through?
A few wingless races, but they'll win in wingless as year one and just iRacing.
Yeah, right.
They're rippers, mate. They're plenty to come with them. That's it. And then the sprint cars. You and me both would have watched this race. Unfortunately, you didn't transfer. I guess so many DNFs and that. Who was the most impressive for you, given a lot of the front runners DNF'd as well? Who was the most impressive in your eyes?
It was pretty cool to see Dane. He went to the rear, and then how he was moving, coming back through the field was pretty cool to watch.
Those last 2 or 3 laps before that engine went. Oh my god!
Yeah, no, it was just the speed he made through the mid corner was super, it seemed like nobody else. He was amongst the mid pack, but it seemed like nobody else could do it, sort of thing. But yeah, it was. That was really impressive to watch, and obviously James is always being in the right spots at the right time. I think, and he was in my heat race. He didn't make the invert, qualified fifth, so he came from deep as well.
12.
So, exactly. Like so,
and like J-Mac didn't get the lead from DNFs. Like he forced his way out there before they all came. Like he was running third, fourth, just trying to see where Dane got to because he
Fifth,
did go to rear. Yeah, got back to fifth.
Yeah.
But he was flying, man. He looked like get a couple of yellows, like he could have done anything.
Yeah.
He started second, back to 16th, up to fifth, DNF.
Yeah.
So,
But he definitely put on a show for the crowd as he was coming through. And then, when it was like, when he pulled the infield off the dramas, it was like a bit of energy was lost. Because like, what could have he done from there? But then that was cool to watch.
I guess, go through the DNFs first. I feel like because there's that many of them. Taylor Milling obviously never really got to show too much. Old T Millie, the Worm Wagon. We're all aboard the Worm Wagon, mate. He's a ripper fella. Marcus Dumpsey didn't really have the night that he wanted. Floated 10th up to 7th, pulled in.
I think he got into when Milling ended up. I think he got into Milling.
Yep.
And then ended up upside down when he was coming around. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like on the lap thing. That's them.
Yeah. Yep.
The worm got him.
No, he did. It was just a bit of an unfortunate one, I think.
And Turkey, not sure what happened to Turkey. He pulled in. I can't remember him crashing or anything. Jason Pride, 23rd. I know Axel cracked the axle like the whole way along. Yeah,
Really?
so you could just feel it right vibrating.
Yeah,
But he was good. He whole night he put a really decent night together. Obviously Jay Prowl on the tools and Jay's a ripper. He's he helped out over high limit and that with the bulge. He knows what he's doing. He's helping out Pridey at the moment and they put together a decent night. Unfortunately that axle cost them.
Yeah.
Chris Coyle had a couple of crashes. I think Chris crashed twice.
Yeah, because he
knocked
did
a
he get
wing.
fixed up after the work area. There was an open red around that time.
Yeah, I know he got a wing, and then I think he crashed again.
Yeah, right.
So plenty of work in the shed for Jono this week. Matt Eagle just sort of didn't really notice him over the weekend. I feel like he's a perennial top 5 here. Like
I think
started 14th, and
I think
he
was
got
actually
5th.
running 5th. Yeah, he was running 5th, and then I think he got. There was one actually. I think there was one point he got the wall, and then Manders was coming around the top of King's shot, and they'd all just sort of met at the wrong place, wrong time, and
bottled.
cut a left rear. I think. And
That's right. Shredded that thing. Hey.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, Matty. I'll shout out to Matty Eagle as well. Lent me a 9-volt battery for the Bulger's bleeder, and we repaid double. Bulger pays his debts. Then obviously Dane. We spoke about him. Was ripping in the Alf Barbagallo sort of tribute car. Looked cool. I wasn't a fan.
You weren't a fan?
Too hard to see him.
Yeah, that's. I guess it's a bit of an effect. You don't see him coming in next time he's there, sort of thing. No, I thought we were parked up next to it, and it was a really cool piece.
It looks cool, but it's hard to see from the crowd. But it looked cool. Their merch was cool. Yeah, obviously Ryan does a ripper job with that. Matty Cochran on the tools. Yeah, they're a ripper team, mate. I did the Aussie title review show and sort of forgot to pump up the boys that I was with the whole time.
Yeah. Right.
Big Sexy and Josh as well, mate. They're rippers. But disappointing for them. Obviously second on the Friday night as well for them. It made me look good, mate. I had that replay. I knew he was going 4th to 2nd.
Yeah.
He got him. Brad Mayolo, spoke to Pete Capehorn, his crew chief. Mate, he's got these 2 kids, mate. They're ripper kids. Yeah. They're into me the whole time to get my dad on, get my dad there. And they're like talking to 30-year-old, 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
They're like, I like these kids, mate. Max and can't remember the other one's name. Lockie, obviously, Lockie and Kerry DNF'd. From what I can understand, Kerry's moving, he's flying. Lockie was just comfortable sitting in behind him and was just waiting for traffic. And, you can take whatever you want from that. But then when you actually go back and look, Lockie was waiting. And as soon as they got to traffic, Lockie got to him. Kerry, that's the fastest. Like I said, Kerry's always been around the podium and stuff like that. Maybe not so much in the Diamond Bay, but once he's jumped into Sean Caron's car, he's been really fast. And he was ripping the wall. Like he was going for it, and it sort of haven't seen that like outright pace from him. But Lockie got to him. It's sort of hard to see exactly what happened, but looked like Lockie got to the outside and just Kerry moved up. Like
I think it was
Kerry's a dog. He's not in a bad way. Like he'll fight tooth and nail for a spot.
Yeah,
Lockie will fight tooth and nail for a spot, and they both fought for the spot.
Yeah, it looked a bit like that. I think it's hard to put any blame either. They were just racing hard and come off the corner. I think they bumped wheels once, twice, and the third time it was that's what sort of did the damage, and then they were both gone, sort of thing. It's it's a hard one because obviously you both wanting to win, so you're racing the shit out of each other, sort of thing.
Yeah, I haven't. It's hard to tell from the angle, but yeah, I feel like I would go 60 Kerry's fault, 40 Lockie's. Like Lockie can't move; he's on the wall.
Yeah,
like that's the only reason why I'd say that as well. Like, what's Lockie going to do? He's not going to break.
Yeah,
Kerry could just stay left.
Yeah,
Lockie can't go anywhere, and he's not going to break.
Yeah,
but Kerry can go. And Kerry's not going to break either. But
no, it's
whatever.
Tough. Yeah,
it's what it is.
Close quarters racing. And,
it didn't matter now. J-Mac got the cash.
He's laughing about it.
All right, we'll go. That's sort of the DNFs there. Oh, Michael Keane, he junked. The Quara Motorsports had a okay run going, but not his greatest weekend. He's had some good results, but obviously he'll try and move on from the weekend pretty quickly. I think hurt the 410 on Friday night, and then obviously put the 360 car out there with the 410 in it, and then unfortunately hurt that one as well. So Steve Duggan, ripper fella. Hopefully they get some results pretty soon. It
is pretty wild when you put in perspective how many DNFs there were, like 18, and that's like the prelim night at the AMA, night at the Australian title started 18 cars. So
and like the names like Taylor Milling, Marcus Stumsney, Aaron Cherkop, Jason Pride, Chris Coyle, Matt Eagle, Dane Kingshot, like Brad Mayolo, Lockie McHugh, Kerry Madsen. Like they're big names to not, and then the podium's still J-Mac, like J-Mac, Williamson, Kendrick, and then Wrightsel's fourth. Like But J-Mac feel like another clinic, mate. Like He rarely crashes like that crash at where was it? Where did he?
Murray Bridge at the Aussie title.
Yeah, King's Challenge when he got together. Like you never see him roll. Like he never gets himself in those bad positions. And like I said, him and Buzzy obviously working together, and Sheldon Brady's a ripper. Big Dog Tommy Britton's on the tools. They're rolling now. Like I feel like they figured out not like they were bad at the start of the year either, though. Like, but now, I feel like he's got some tricks, the old boy.
Yeah, no, certainly you don't. Everyone, you spend that much time over in America, and you're that good before you went over there. It's sort of is all second nature for him.
Last year, I found J-Mac, and it was like a massive like talking point, and that maybe just for me because I talk shit, but he ran the bottom lots last year. I feel like his better results of the Motorplex now have come from running the top. Like I feel like maybe he flirted with the bottom more at the start of this season when the results weren't coming, and last year he was just able to finesse his way around the bottom ridiculous. But my opinion is I feel like now the guys can rip the top so good you just can't keep up on the bottom. Like if the bottom's not amazing, those guys are so fast on top. Like you said, how Dane makes his speed, but Dane was fifth in line and they were all doing it. Like Jock was really good at some stages, Kerry was line. Like think about how fast you'd have to run the bottom to keep up with that. Yeah,
that's it. And it comes down a lot of the time. It seems to be a track you're getting a lot of the time these days is always just that berm on the top. You got to be able to run it if you want to be sort of quick. You got to be pretty well confident up there to be able to run it, because if being 80% up the top is a lot faster than being 80% down the bottom. Like it's a whole different art to get in the bottom right sort of thing. So, which is, what I guess I didn't probably notice it as much, but you see J-Mac running it down there and getting it right. It's because it's getting it perfect. And then be up the top, the track up on the weekend was definitely top dominant. Like you wouldn't have been able to get anything rolling just because of how slick it went and just the size of the berm up there really.
I just went to best lap times. Kerry, then Lockie, Ryan Newton. Ryan was ripping, Jock Goodjar, J-Mac. So J-Mac's fifth fastest. So and that all pretty early.
Yeah.
One that sort of jumps out, Caden Manders on the 29th lap and Callum Wimps on the 31st. Everyone's other best lap is inside like the top 5 laps.
Right.
So that they're moving late.
Yeah, that's impressive, yeah.
Callum Wimpson, finally a good result for him, Balls, Nate, and Carl Wimpson, team owner, mate. They haven't had the best run lately, like culminating in not rolling out on the second night of the Aussie title, which I feel like, given the circumstances and just having a chat with Callum, it's definitely the right decision for them to sort of, reassess and come back here and have a real crack at this week. And proof's in the pudding, mate. Second at Barbagallo, like it's a massive result for them. And I know he come from deep as well, but that's Callum, mate. He started 5th, ends up second after. Did he have to go back as well? I feel like nearly everyone went to the rear.
Yeah, and then there was also the fuel.
Yep.
The fuel at the end. Where it got Manders and Goodyear. Like I think both of those guys were third or second when they ran out of fuel. Like it was got everyone.
Yeah, Callum went back to 20th.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
With you got caught up with someone about midway through, and then come back through. Yeah.
And then JK, Jason Kendrick, be a really really good confidence boost for him. Like he's not had any podiums for a while. Like used to be the king of the track. Used to rip the lip. Like used to do what Callum did. Really, like he would get up top and just wind up his momentum, and ended up passing everyone. So. For them, the Triple M 92.9, Jeff Kendrick owned. They'll be stoked, mate. I don't reckon they've had a result for maybe 2 years.
Yeah,
and for arguably one of the most successful Western Australian teams, like for JK to get that result, massive for them.
Yeah.
Reitzel, I feel like Reitzel will be pissed with that result. Like,
probably.
I feel like he drove the shit out of that car.
Yeah.
And it just never seemed to generate much speed. And he was fighting tooth and nail for every spot too. Like, he'll be filthy with 4th because all them boys we spoke about DNF'd, even if they were in the race, he would expect to beat them.
Yeah, or coming from winning the Classic a couple of weeks ago, you'd sort of come over thinking you're in pretty good nick sort of thing. So, yeah, much as a competitor he seems, I'm sure he'll be looking for.
Well, even Friday night, like he was fastest on Friday night, and I'm not sure what, maybe it was a ladder or a right rear shock or something, but it was just laying over on it, and he ended up having to run the bottom. So, like, he was fast the night before, and like he was decent, but I just feel like, I don't know, maybe he was ultra aggressive, so I think that's just how he goes, though.
Yeah.
Even that thing, what about on Wednesday night? That thing is revving.
Yeah.
Like, he's just into that thing.
Yeah, no, on Wednesday night, he seemed pretty like they had the
At
stuff
practice.
sort of like he was going to be the guy that beat all weekend, to be honest, because it's just it
He
was
nearly
fine.
ripped the wall out, mate. On Wednesday, like everyone's running that group, and he was like right rear on the wall at practice. I was like, far out.
Yeah.
I spoke to Neil Kelly, crew chief, about that. I asked him about it. He was like, we packed up. Daniel Harding, Trevor Jolly Racing, a 5th. Good result for him as well. He's had some bad luck as well. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I feel like, there's a heap of DNFs and stuff like that, but these boys still get confidence.
Yeah. Like
a 3rd for Jason Kendrick, a 5th for Daniel Harding. Like, they still get the confidence from that. So now they, like, sort of half level up. Mick Sala, obviously, not had the weekend that he wanted, hurt an engine. Put it in the dash again, though, like in that pole shuffle shootout thing. Yeah. Like, he was in it last year.
Yeah.
Another decent result for him, obviously. Cody Lawrence.
Get a heat race win against Jock as well. And race, he got rolling pretty well.
And not many people throw sliders like that with Jock and come out on top. They swapped, it wasn't lucky, they swapped 2-3 times and then he ended up getting him.
Yeah.
Drove away from him.
Not wrong at all.
Justin Whittle, RBH Group, felt like he was fast. He quick timed. Not really sure what happened. He sort of went back a little bit. But like I said, everyone seemed to go back at one stage. He's back in 21st. And to come again, Justin, that's not what him or Rob Hare and the boys are trying to roll out for a 7th. It's not really their go. Ryan Newton back to 8th. I guess he was fast.
I think he went to the work area at some point as well, didn't he?
Front wing?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He did he collect Caden in that?
No, I think him and Jock had some minor contact.
Yeah, it was. Yep. Randy Morgan, sort of a quiet night for him, but I'm sure he'll take a top 10. I didn't really notice him I noticed his truck and trailer. Like, fuck, that thing is sick.
Yeah, they got a pretty cool setup. Yeah.
That is sick. That setup, mate.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Caden, where are we up to? Jacko Williamson. Jacko, not great. A 10th. It looks 10th. I know Jacko would expect to be driving better than that. Like, it's 10th on paper, looks good, but he was sort of flirting at the back a little bit. Fastest in hot laps.
Yeah, right.
Decent in qualifying, and then just sort of not the night that he would be hoping for. He's like, I know it's 10th, but he's better than that. I feel like if he's on his game, usually with this sort of thing, he's battling up 5th, 6th, somewhere in there. But he just sort of was in a bit of no man's land for most of the night. So him and the old boy will be in the shed trying to work to make that thing better. Jock, Jock dead last. That seems weird, eh?
No, he was running second, ran out of fuel.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't seem fair to get credited with 11th.
Yeah.
Considering how good he was.
Yeah. It hurt for him, yeah. It's something like that. I think he ran out with 2 to go as well. Like, it's just got to...
He must have rolled all the laps, because they gave him... I reckon he rolled 2 laps then.
Yeah.
Because it says 35.
Yeah, because I was trying to give an eye if he was going to make it, but I think he rolled around, just got to like turn 1 and 2, like didn't even make it back to the offshoot sort of thing. Like he had nothing left at all. So
and Cater Manders, so the 11th and 12th Cater. And my opinion with this is Hayden Kendrick. I'm trying to get him on the pod. I'm not sure how keen he is. He doesn't seem too keen to do it, but I'm trying. But I feel like Hayden and Liam Spitzer from Dangote Racing, they don't fuck this stuff up. Like, I feel like you can't blame these teams. I feel like if these 2 teams of this caliber and that professionalism and that switched on, they ran out of fuel, I feel like there might have been too big of a stretch.
Yeah.
Like that fuel went early. I know there was a curfew. So there's a curfew at the Motorplex. I didn't know if you know that.
Yeah, I wasn't aware initially, but yeah.
They have to wrap up racing. So not sure if that played any part in it, but clearly if 2 of the top teams in Australia ran out of fuel, there's an issue. Like, I feel like they just let them go for way too long.
Yeah, I guess it comes down to also if everything that was happening, like, as well. It's sort of hard to, and the race has already dragged on. It's always hard as a steward or promoter like, to even keep track of that sort of thing with the rolling laps and everything. Like, so yeah, whether you look back and think, maybe we'll for a couple, because I think there is something where a bit of a guideline where they try to go off of like
75 rolling laps.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So, but they did the fuel stop early.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then I reckon there was obviously that many laps, and those boys running out of fuel. I feel like that just doesn't happen here.
Yeah.
Like, but I would love to know how much fuel. Like, I know J-Mac's so smooth on the throttle. Jock and Caden were both sending it, so maybe. But obviously, in saying that, there was 14 teams that did make the field. So
same.
Yeah, it's a tough one, but I just feel like maybe that did go a smidgen long. Luke Oldfield, obviously, Matty Ibanow's with him. He picked it up that tyre on that first night. That was flat. They destroyed that thing. So good bounce back on night 2 for Luke Oldfield. Put that thing in 13th. Obviously didn't complete all the laps. Mikey Green, AP. Oh, did you see the AP crash? Andrew Priolo? Who did he collect?
Oh, yeah.
He collected Michael Keane onto the infield and smashed that concrete barrier.
Moved it about a metre or 2. Yeah, it was full on. Yeah,
AP, man. I'm assuming there was no brakes.
Must have been something. Yeah, something weird. Yeah, I think it would have. Yeah, it because he's just it was. It's which sucks to see as well. Because
I think it's hurt the car pretty bad too.
Yeah, and also just him as well. We hope it hasn't hurt him at all because it's those sudden impacts.
Mate, like your knees. That's what I kept thinking about. His knees. Like, hopefully AP's okay. He's a ripper fella. Yeah. That car is beautiful too. Like, I feel like if your car wasn't here, most people would say that's the best looking car and then the flashiest car in the pits. Like that A is lovely. I don't know if you can run your eye over it when you see it next. So that's sort of it, mate. I feel like take away like Callum Williamson, he's a confidence driver too. Like he usually does. How Kerry looked on the wall driving away from everyone, like with his front right on the wall. That's Callum's general MO, and haven't seen it from him for a little while, but. Yeah, hopefully that is a little bit of a confident booster for him. J-Mac. Jock's going to be confident. Lockie's thinking, fuck, we've got this car sorted. Like, there's going to be Kerry will be stoked with his speed. Like, I feel like Wednesday night at the Motorplex will be crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's sick that we race Wednesday nights. Is that for you? Is that like a novelty? Is that cool? Like, is this Wednesday night something that helps you guys come over here because it's an extra race?
Certainly, yeah.
Yep.
No, you want to be racing as much as possible over here, and I think we've had a couple of week shows over like this. When it's over Christmas time, it's easy to throw it anywhere because everyone's on holiday. But this time of year, it's cool, and it'll be cool to see how many crowds still get out there and the support they still get will be awesome.
It will be a decent crowd, and yeah, no doubt the wingless will have a massive role in that. They'll bring at least 8 people into the crowd, I reckon, to watch, which is all that's usually left once we roll out. But yeah, hopefully Matty Iwan now stays away and someone else can have a win, but I doubt it. Yeah, mate, I do these little awards here. The Bunbury Ground best on the Bunbury Toyota best on ground. Obviously, Ryan and the boys and the team down at Bunbury Toyota. That Hilux out there, mate, literally was one of the easiest things I've ever done. Rippers, John and the boys down there will sort you out. If you need a new car, new or used, get down, see them, and they'll sort you out. It's sort of your best driver over the whole weekend.
I'd put it. These are us, mate.
Yeah, sort of. We'll argue it, I guess, somewhat. Like, who do you, regardless of result, who do you genuinely believe was the best on the weekend?
Jesus, now get me in trouble here if I don't answer.
If
probably,
you conflict,
no,
I think Kerry.
Kerry,
yeah, that's my one. Is Kerry.
Yeah, it's hard to go past. Who won the first night again? J-Mac. It's hard to go past James. Winning 2 nights in a row. But
yeah, true. This is why I do this award, because it's like you can sort of gloss over, like if Kyle Larson's one's high limit, right? You know, like, you expect it.
Yeah,
and then sometimes they don't, even though they do get it, they don't get the credit deserved because they're just expected to win.
Yeah.
So sort of, I actually just sort of did what I don't like. Like J-Mac has one too, and I'm trying to say something.
Yeah.
So J-Mac.
I get what you mean there, because there was so many performances, but if you win in 2 nights in a row, you
against
can't go
that
much
field.
past there. Yeah.
And like I said, you can't staying on the track is a skill. Like you said, there's some DNFs and stuff, but avoiding trouble, staying out of trouble. Yeah. And fuck, he didn't avoid trouble. Who did he hit? Turkey. Was it Turkey?
Yeah, no, Oldfield, I think.
And he's like biked up. He's a wild operator to keep that thing on all fours and keep going. Like, that was a ripper. The Jolly Good Auto Electrical Spark Up. Obviously, go down and see the boys, head units, and you can even get a QV. What did I look at the other day? Like a mining bar. QV make it. So my next sponsor, and Jolly Good can install it. So you get a little double the spark up, mate. Someone who you feel like had a bit of bad luck over the weekend and needs a bit of love. I could bring the results back up. I'd like maybe Taylor Milling only got a lap. Marcus Dumsley got caught up.
Yeah, maybe Marcus, because he sort of got stuck in, like it was, I think he got just involved in something he couldn't avoid and took him out of the race, sort of thing. Is always a hassle.
And it must suck to come all that way for that. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Marcus Dumsley. Big listener of this pod as well.
Is it?
Nah, not at all. Nah, the boys said something to him and he just like had no idea what was going on. So, but he said, what did he say? I don't really listen to podcasts, but it sounds good.
Yeah.
It was clear that he could not be less interested. So, takes all sorts. The QV Spotlight. I guess it's probably harder for you as well to do this. So, but it's usually like someone who's drove better than what you expected, you know, and done a bit better than what you thought they were going to drive. Like I feel like maybe this is like a Jason Kendrick type thing. Sort of hasn't even qualified for some races like in the last year or so, and now he's put it on a podium. Like no one really else. Randy Morgan, like 9th, is pretty decent, but yeah, for me probably like a Jason Kendrick. I feel like that's a result that. Yeah, is pretty good for them. So you happy with that, or you got anyone else in mind?
I'm not going to argue on that one. It's being over here for all of it, you would have seen it, been through it to see it also. Yeah,
just like I'm not really sure. And I know that when they speak to Jason, he talks about how much they've tried and like because he can drive, like you can watch him. Like I reckon his first lap of qualifying, I watched him and I'm like, fuck, he's actually driving this thing that hard. I'm like, I wonder, like, is he better than where the car's at? But then his second lap at qualifying was pretty good. So, yeah, he's driving good. And he finally ticks off a decent result for the team. And maybe he got one podium last year, but effectively for his standards and for what I hold it to, he's been absolutely shit. And because he's better, like he won 8 feature races in a row, in a row, in a season. Like he's good and hasn't been up to standards, but it's good to see him back up on the podium. And hopefully, it's a bit of a springboard for them. Yeah, mate. What's the rest of the season look like for you?
So for us, the season we've got a couple of shows left at Toowoomba and just head home pretty well. It's we've done all the big stuff down south, so. We'll head home. Got the Ultimate Sprint Car Championship, which is a series they run over at Toowoomba. I think we're currently tied leading with that with Luke Oldfield at the moment. So have a good crack at trying to win that. Would be cool. So we'll go back and do that. Then we've got the Red Hot Shootout. Used to be the Red Hot Summer Shootout in January. So that's sort of the big event in Toowoomba we really have, which is flagged. I can't remember how you say it, but like the event where hopefully that's the one where your James came to and
like a blue ribbon.
Ribbon. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. So that's the blue ribbon event of Toowoomba pretty well. So we got that. Had a good crack at that, and then I think there's a couple of shows over Easter at Gladstone, which is another track got up there. So give that a go, and that sort of probably sees it out mostly.
What about the Aussie titles this year at Toowoomba? Like, is that something you're really looking forward to?
Yeah, definitely. It's obviously last 2 years of Aussie titles have been at tracks I sort of haven't had a lot of experience at. Even this year at Mount Gambier, like it's a tough place to get around, and like you spend a fair bit of time just getting your stuff sorted. And we got to the B main last night and got rolling, but by then it was too little, too late, sort of thing. So to have somewhere where we're going to have should have a pretty strong package to sort of go to and be able to hit the ground running is definitely something that's going to be pretty exciting.
What's the trick then for Toowoomba? Like obviously you spoke about like the trick here at the Motorplex driver, like look like Mount Gambier. If you got a good run in 1 and 2, like it then push you up at the wall down the back straight. So you had to get out of it. Like what's the trick at Toowoomba? What do you have to be good at at Toowoomba?
Pretty well, just grabbing it by the scruff of the hair and going at it pretty well. Yeah, it's a cool place. It's when the track's slick to a nice cushion, the sliders are awesome. You're and it's similar to what I said about Simpson earlier, like big wide corner on one end to a sort of a hairpin. You got to get to the other end and get rotated and go. It's cool. So yeah, it's just sending it hard, trusting your car, and just moving forward and making moves. Really, it's a cool place to sort of be able to race in, week out.
And will the event itself be big? Like, will they really turn out? Like, I do watch all of Toby's stuff, and he speaks really highly of Toowoomba, and it seems like a really cool joint. Like they're the other place I feel like put on like events, not rounds. Like
100%,
massive. How big's Toowoomba?
In terms of the town or the track?
If I go, should I go on booking.com and grab a hotel now, or there'll be plenty?
You wouldn't want to leave it too late because I don't think there's a whole lot of options, and I don't know how quick it books out. The guys there do a great job. Like Ryan Harris and Jared Ash, and everybody else involved. They're all about entertainment. And even we had the former 500 Australian title there, and they make it a really big occasion. Like the Calcutta's the night before, you get a band, an event pretty well.
Yep.
And then it gives you something where you try to drag the crowd, get them involved in the Calcutta and everything. And so they did that with a former 500 title. I can only imagine what they're going to do with a sprint car 410 title at the end of the year. You
ever had much to do with speed cars? Like, obviously, speed car title, I just want to touch on it. It's next weekend at Simpson.
Yeah.
Like, you have ever had a run in a speed car?
No, I've never been allowed to, really. Well, when I was young, when I was a kid, my parents sort of always told me I wouldn't be allowed to get in a speed car because you didn't have a cushion on top of you to stop you when they go. So Yeah, it was never allowed to, but it's it would be cool to get to sort of just to practice in one night. They look like an awesome thing to be getting around and have a go in for sure.
I reckon it'll be an epic event. Can't really, I'm not going to do too much with it. I was going to try and weasel like a review show in, a preview show in, or something like that, but it's just going to be a bit too hard. But yeah, obviously, good mate of mine, the Rose Show he's running for Lee Redmond, Buddha, Tommy Payette, he'll be heading over there. Keenan Fleming, Caden Brown, they're sort of the four for me. Like, I know Keenan might have heard an engine on the weekend, so I'm hoping that they still have something to go. But yeah, that's sort of one of those four for me. Obviously, Caden's the easy pick, Caden Brown, but I feel like the Rose Show, Buddha, even Keenan might have something to say, and hopefully one of the WA boys takes that out.
It's gonna be cool.
Yep. No, appreciate your time coming in, mate. Good luck. Wednesday night. What's it called? Just midweek Wednesday night, eh?
Yeah, midweek mayhem.
Yeah.
So.
And then obviously, probably I feel like the biggest Blue Ribbon event we have is the Cricket Boy Shootout.
Yeah.
Like, it's there's emotions obviously with the family, and given what's happening and what the night actually exists for now, it's obviously incorporated Shane Cricket as well as a part of it. Yeah, it's a massive night for the Cricket boys. I always feel for Dane. I feel like, man, to run the Cricket car at this event, there'd be some lot of pressure. Like Dane obviously grew up down there as well, so it used to be in Bunbury. Yeah, that's transferred here. Like, not that he's not trying to win any other night, but fuck, there'd be a bit of pressure. Yeah. Maybe you'd listen to this and maybe it might add to it, but sorry. But
it'll be right.
It'll be a wicked event, mate. You'll love it. You'll love Wednesday night. You see the Wingos go around and, good luck.
Yeah, no, it's it. As I said, we've learned a lot, so looking forward to hopefully getting some better results and making Bill and all the team happy. We'll see what we can do.
Anyone you want to shout out then? Obviously, like Bill and all that help you get out there, and it's such a massive achievement to put a sprint car on the track. Like, do you want to sort of touch base on who helps you do it? Yeah,
better. Obviously, Bill's been taking a pretty big, giving me a massive opportunity to do it all. It's can't thank him enough for even getting us over here and everything. It's really cool. It's a bit of a.
Is he over here?
No, he's not. He did all the South trip and everything. He went home and got a duty call, got to take care of the business, but he's all doing that. But Mum's better shout out Mum because she's followed over as well.
What's she cooking? You said she cooks. What's Mum cooking in the truck?
She does pretty good bolognese and everything like that, but just whatever barbecue or something. She just makes sure all the boys are fed and everything. But it's definitely handy because the amount of nights you go too focused on race and then you realise I haven't eaten any dinner tonight, and then but Mum always makes sure that doesn't happen. So as I said, shout out to Bill and all the boys and everything that gets on track and performs wholesale Q16 and everyone else, and also everyone that's been so accommodating over here it's been really awesome. It's loving every minute of it, and can't thank everyone that's sort of Motorplex and everything that's made us feel so welcome. And thanks for having me on the podcast.
No, good mate.
Appreciate it big time.
Cheers. All right, we'll see you Wednesday night, mate. Thanks.
Sounds good. Thank you.